Hello, welcome to my channel. The time now is Saturday, May 17th, 5:32 p.m. And before I do anything else, I must give praises to the Most High. My topic is today about church and religion and false god Christians. Um, Before I do anything else, I must give hi to my Lakota brothers. In their language, many machone mean water is life. Without water, you can't survive no matter what. If you like what I'm about to say, comment and share and subscribe. If not, it doesn't matter. I'm just speaking my truth. Um, I went to the city hall today here in Hartford, Connecticut. That's the capital. Um, the Jazz Street Church. Um, the pastor he comes, but I guess he came a little late. So it was a bunch of Haitians in front of the church. I mean, in front of the city hall. Someone so upset. I'm calling the city hall a church. Um, I know the pastor always come on Saturday, so I didn't expect to see this crowd. I wouldn't know who they were. So I stood up there, and they fighting for the same thing that we fight for in America, rights. And they sure was flexing very hard, and they had food. I mean, in the soup, they didn't offer nobody nothing. They only offered it to Haitians, their people. And they have organizations here set up to help them. But you doing that in America, you're not even helping the people here, only Haitians. So I was standing there today, that's, looking around, and one of them Haitians came up to me and said, you can't stand there, go. And I'm looking at him. I looked at them like they was crazy, and they looking at me like they didn't want me there. Even when I worked at Foxwood, the biggest casino in the United States, or probably the world, perhaps. I had problem with them at Foxwood, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, uh, people from South America. They didn't like me for no reason. So this Jewish girls already don't like you because you're original, and they don't like that. But they can come here and get help. They even got foreign aid for them. That's like immigrants can get money from them, but you can't apply for it, and it's right here in America. And I don't think that's right. So I said, my ancestors have been here for thousands of years. I have more right to this country than you do. And I said, I should call ICE, because I'm actually, everybody in America is illegal except for the indigenous people. If I explain where indigenous people come from, you wouldn't believe me anyway. A native will. And you heard some native, when people ask where they come from, they say the sky people. I mean, they was created by somebody else, and everybody is not descended from Africa. And I don't care what people say. And even a black lady said that to me. She wasn't being mean. She said black people and other ethnic groups, they want to make everybody think that they the cause that everybody exists in the world. Well, when I drop something on a person, they ain't gonna like it. Everything that's not documented in the Bible, it don't mean it's not true. Some people so brainwashed, they only believe something that's in the Bible. Just like a cop to text things from a book. He ain't gonna believe what you say unless he see it in person. So I went there, and I got mad because how could a white man make you a citizen when he wasn't one to begin with himself? The whole system is dirty. And they bring all these people in this country and they give them money and stuff. But I can't even get that. Even Native Americans that weren't born on the reservation, they still indigenous to this land. And they can't get none. But people coming from other countries. And I'm sorry to say it's the black immigrants that is the worst one. The main people that took the country, they show me more hospitality than they do. And they always saying, I'm sorry for my ancestors done. People here today, they don't care about who was here first. They only here for the taking and to make this. They don't care about no that body else. And they had and the Black Lives Matter people. They some more fake ass people. They don't give a damn about their people anyway. It's all about money and stuff like that. They was down there too. And everybody said, oh, it could have been somebody saying they was Black Lives Matter. No, they was Black Lives Matter people. And me and my wife and other people was hungry because we know the church always come in and give food out. This is only for the members. They wouldn't feed nobody. So they phony too. And stuff like that. And so I'm not afraid to say it. And they wanted to fight me one time downtown in Hartford. And the cops said, if you touch the Indian, I hit you. They were surrounding me trying to fight me. And I had a bad day. I experienced this. And it's always a person from color. I even got threatened to beat up because I said I didn't like them. I don't hate nobody, but right is right. Look all them people on Skid Row. You don't see nobody helping them in California. Anybody else come, they put them up in hotels. They won't put no homeless person up. That's why homeless people be in the street. They only cater to them. That's the demons move. They want you to hate everybody. I don't hate nobody. I just speak what's right is right. And they and America is like a big, like I said before, America is a big bowl cereal. Everybody gets of some, but you can't get nothing. It's like Muhammad Ali said. One time he said, y'all want me to go over there and kill the yellow man. The yellow man ain't did nothing to me. Y'all won't even help me in my own country. A Haitian girl herself told me that. She said they have sponsors and everything. We can't get shit in the United States. I had to beg and crawl and scratch. That's what, and then the girl was from Dallas, came to visit Connecticut. The church. She didn't know Connecticut was a New England state, stuff like that. And so she was questioning me like I'm some kind of demon. And you know, how somebody look at you and try to contradict what you say, and she was looking at me like she was looking through me. Somebody, do you believe in Jesus? I started asking, do you believe in Jesus? Because y'all pretend y'all Christian, y'all fake. Most I'm not religion, but I do believe in God, and I believe in a higher beam above. These people, they always talk preaching the Bible, and even Jesus said the biggest hypocrite is right in the church. And she was looking at me like, yeah, right. And when I was telling her that she's not in touch with animals or anything, and when I told that they do so have it's a crocodile in Florida. If it's not enough babies, they multiply like rabbits. He can change his sex, his organs change. He can turn into a female and have babies. And I think a kangaroo is the same way. And I think what's that thing? Koala. I think he can do that too. He can because the kangaroo carried a baby in the pouch. I had to find out. But getting back to what I'm saying, they treated me so nasty today. I didn't even know what I did to them. So I got nasty back with them. Y'all always want somebody to help y'all. Just like this soldier I seen on the news in Chicago. He went to the war and got his leg blown off. He in a wheelchair. And they said, why is this veteran getting $98 in food stamps? But this East Indian guy was in the supermarket and Stop and Shop. That was on the news in Chicago. He dropped his receipt, so the soldier picked it up and said, sir, your food stamp, your receipt. When he looked on his receipt, his balance was left. He had $1,500. They always cater to them. That's why they act like they better than mine. They still have that white mentality in them. They put that in everybody. And of course, you're right. But I'd be damned if I bow down to an immigrant. Not those type. They don't even appreciate the land. All they hear is for the taking. Immigrants find out something is free, they come in bundles. And so, like when they give out Christmas toys at Hands on Harvard, they were there bright and early, and they would push you out the way, make sure they turn got some toy. They ain't care about no black child or Puerto Rican child or any other ethnic person. They only cared about their damn self, and that's not right. And they can come here, but I guarantee you, if I set up shop in one of their countries, they wouldn't like it. And the Haitians, ain't nothing but descendants from Africans. That's all they is. They went to them islands and they changed it so it was Indians there before any of them. All those Caribbean islands and um what's the island? Cuba is the biggest Caribbean island of them all. All those Caribbean islands, I'm not being mean. It was indigenous people on there before black people even came to them islands. So those are not, even though you was born there, those are not your place of home either. I feel like this: when you get a green card or something from immigration, that's still illegal because everything is illegal. The system works for some people, and the system don't work for some people. And, and some tribes, like the blood in the flag, that's the Indian's blood that was shed for this country. Blue represents the law. White represents white people. They're supposed to be pure. That's what some tribes. I'm not saying everybody believes the same thing. And the American flag is also could mean this is gang colors. The Bloods and Crips right there. The original Bloods and Crips was Europeans. The Irish built the first firehouse. They was the Bloods because when you saw the movie Gangs of New York with Leo DiCaprio, you see him had on a red and white shirt. That's the Crips. That's the Bloods colors. The English wore, if you ever watched the movie, the English wore blue and white because they was the Crips. When you ask Crips today, they don't even know what the word mean. They just follow some. If you're gonna join anything, whether it's bad or good, at least know the history behind it. The word Crips mean they want to put you in the cemetery. That's where the word Crips come from, the cemetery. And the Irish, they wanted to see blood, and all in New York is named after the Dutch, except for Manhattan. Um, Coney Island in Brooklyn, in Dutch is Conan, and the Bronx is named after a Bronx soldier. And oh, I'm sleepy. And like the Bronx also, people think Central Park is the biggest borough, biggest park. It's really the park in the Bronx. And the original Chinatown was in the Bronx, not Manhattan. That's why when people come there from the South, y'all got two Chinatowns. The other one in Manhattan is a fake bootleg one, but the original Chinatown is still there in the Bronx. People don't even know about it. And libraries, they tell the truth too. I'm just putting it all out there. Libraries lie to you too. That's why the first paragraph in library, lie, bury. And when you learn in school, it's good to know his history, but know yours too. Like this black girl told me, I got a bachelor's degree. I said, yeah, that's good and dandy, but you only got a degree in white man knowledge. That's his piece of paper. That's why they would want you to learn Spanish too. That wasn't required when I went to school in the 60s. Now they want you to learn Spanish in school, but those was the one that conquered this country, most French people back then. And another thing, when Europeans, they was all prisoners in jail. The queens took them out and made them soldiers. And that most of the people in their country was already serial killers and child molesters. That's why when they came here and joined the army, they can kill an indigenous person with no mercy. They didn't care. They can tear his heart out of his body and everything. They did all kind of things. The Dutch used to make tobacco bags out of indigenous woman's breast. And the Statue of Liberty, in Spanish, they call her Diablo. That means devil. She's not nice. You know, that be on the television, I think it's NBC, they said Columbus. She's part of the Statue of Liberty too. She's a sacrifice statue. And that face is not just from the 1800s Statue of Liberty. Her face been around for about his face. They said it's a man. His face been around for over 5,000 years. If you go to Egypt, you'll see his face carved into stones and stuff like that. And that torch that she carried, I told people before, that's Satan. You don't even supposed to celebrate birthdays, none of that stuff. Birthdays, I mean, you could celebrate it, if you want it, because that's what they put in your mind and brain for centuries. Europeans brought that here. When you celebrate your birthday, you can even ask a pastor, he should know it, but some pastors would probably deny it. When you celebrate your birthday and sing that chant, Happy birthday to you, it's a chant. When you say that, it make you get 3 years older. That's why when I tell people I be 67, nobody don't believe me. Because the girls, I thought you was like 40 years old. I said, no, my son is 33, and I got a son 34, and I got a 29-year-old daughter. we all look like brothers and sisters. Cause I never, I'm not judging nobody. I'm not saying I'm better than nobody. I never did drugs. I even tasted a little beer one time. I didn't like it. Well, I said, what people crave for this stuff? That's a liquor is a demon drink anyway. That's why I haven't seen an episode on Popeye, and they were trying to make the you can see the angel swimming around in the drink, drink me, drink me. That's why Native Americans call it fire water. It is fire. Like the torch that Statue of Liberty carried, that's Satan, because Satan was the light. That's why he got fire in his hand. And those 7 points on her crown represent Satan's seven sins. Masons put that in the that secret organization. That's not nice either. They put her in that water when they defeated the Dutch and stuff like that. It was a tribe of Indians that were right on that island. They was called Lenape Indians. They still around, but they pushed them off that land. I think they're in California now. And she got a chain on her foot. One of her foot's too. You gotta look very carefully, study her body. And yeah, I told a guy like today. I told a guy pigeons at one time was real bird, but they're not real birds no more. Because the guy said he ate pigeon. But answer me this question: anybody, have you ever seen and now have you ever seen a pigeon baby? You won't even find a bird nest with them in it. They biological, intelligent drones. You seen drones? People have them. They fly over military bases. They not supposed to do that. Guy got in trouble for that. They want to know what who was he flying over. They kept probably he was trying to take pictures or something he wasn't supposed to see. A girl didn't believe me. I said, I'm serious. You go you go online and say as my uncle was in the military, so he knew. He said they've been killing real birds since 1970. They don't killed over 1 billion birds. They don't think the falcon is a real bird either, 'cause he flies up to 240 miles an hour. Now, getting back to these immigrants, I'm just talking out random. I'm sleepy. I didn't like how they treated me today. I just stood there and wanted to know what's going on. They didn't want me standing talking about go away, like shooting me like a dog. I said, I don't even like telling my cats, shoot, shoot, go away, and stuff like that. I try to keep a cool head, but being around somebody like that, it did something to me. I'm real sensitive now. Every little thing sets me off. There's too many goddamn immigrants here that don't appreciate the country. India is the only one that God chose Moses. So the God in America chose the Indians to take care of the land. Indians took care of this land like you take care of a cemetery. But when all these other people came here, they brought Germans and all kind of stuff. And if an Indian caught like back then the measles, he would die. Tuberculosis, all that stuff come from Europe. I'm just upset the way I was treated. So I didn't like it. So that's all I got to say right now. You like what I say, listen to me. Heed what I say. People are only here for the taking. They don't give a damn about nobody. Some of them don't even give a damn about their own people. And the ones that do, they stick together. I see how cocky and stuck up those Haitians was acting today in front of City Hall. They didn't notice anybody. All they worried about is their own people. They was embracing one another. You would do that to your fellow man, but they don't. So I'm not saying them bad, but immigrants are like that. Most of them, I call them extraterrestrial, alien. You are an alien. You in my country talking smack. I didn't like that one day the way they was dogging me, looking at me up and down like I was nothing. That white girl, she was looking at me like she was trying to see something bad through me. When I said the paint represents my ancestors that died for this country, that's like I'm in mourning. She didn't understand that. Well, but that's all I got to say. Immigrants in America trying to take over. That's what this topic gonna be. Thank you, Donadai Wado, Yawish. And thank you. I'll talk to y'all later. Red Hawk signing off. Good night.